Hi, this is Jana. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight, making my husband's favorite. This is a redo of one of our first
Episode 2.
Yes, our episode 2. I'm just trying to shorten it up, so make it a little faster for you. This is so easy. If you go to an Italian restaurant, you know one bowl of gnocchi is like $20, $25, $30. I'm telling you what, they are not that expensive to make.
They're very have leftovers.
Yeah, so in my bowl, I've got 1 1/4 cups of flour, and then whatever your favorite, of whole milk, ricotta, cheese, okay? 16 ounces. And of course, now they're making them 15 ounces instead of 16 ounces, but you know, 1 ounce isn't gonna make that big of a difference today. And so I'm gonna add that to my 1 1/4 cups of flour, clean out the container, just like that. Okay, super simple. And then I have 2 beaten eggs, and so I'm going to pour those eggs in to my bowl. There you go, Erin.
Thank you.
So I don't knock it off. And then I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I have a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, just like that. And then I have just a smidge over 1 cup of Parmesan-Reggiano cheese. Parmesan, you can buy it already pre-grated.
She did it fresh grated.
Yeah, I know. I have this little handy dandy.
It's in her Amazon store too.
Yeah, it's an OXO and it works so good. Look at just like this. And it grates. See, I put in my whole cheese because, you know, you can use the grater, but oh, that's just so easy. Oh my goodness.
She uses it for chocolate and everything.
Oh yeah, for making desserts and
the Hershey pie dessert.
Oh yes, that's true. All right, so now I'm just going to stir this up, and you know how to stir it up. That black pepper's mixing in there, so we'll be right back. You don't have to watch me stir it in. We're just going to stir it all together and make a dough. We'll be right back. Okay, we are just finishing up. I put some gloves on because I know what's coming up next. That didn't take very long. Imagine just stirring that little bit together. So now I've got my cutting board. I'm going to add a little bit of flour to my cutting board so my gnocchi do not stick. I am going to cut the dough amount. I'm just going to take about 1/4 to 1/2 of it, just like this. That's about 1/3 of it. And I'm going to roll it in the flour. Oh boy.
You may hear the doggos in the background.
I hope they don't start barking.
They could be good
I
babies.
hope they don't start barking.
Thank you, boys.
I'm going to cut this in half again because I don't want to have to go off camera. And so here we go. Remember when you used to play with Play-Doh? Yeah, that. You just make little logs.
Edible Play-Doh.
Yeah, about 1/2 inch in diameter when you're done, just like this. Look how fast this is. Literally stir those things together. And then this is Mr. Jana's.
Christian's favorite.
Yeah, his favorite. Anything for him, I will do. Whatever he loves. Okay. We go to a real fine Italian restaurant, and if gnocchi are on the menu, he has to struggle between lasagna, meatballs, or gnocchi. And sometimes a different pasta dish.
Sometimes raviolis. Sometimes.
Yeah, not as often.
Not as often.
And then I go through.
I was going to angle it just so they can see it while you cut it.
Okay. I go through and I make little pillows like this. And if you know gnocchi, you can buy those gnocchi boards. It's a wooden board.
I've seen those.
And you just, and it shows them rolling them down. But I have found, personally, fork, just like that. It's so much faster if I go through and cut them. And then go through and just make a fork mark in them, just like that. And so I'm going to keep cutting these, and I've got water on the stove behind me starting to boil. And for those of you who don't know what gnocchi are, they're like a little soft pillow. And the Italians use potatoes to make them, but this recipe just uses the ricotta cheese. And they're so flavorful, and they're so delicious. And they will drop in the water and float to the top in just a couple of minutes and they're done cooking. So just lovely little pillows. That's all they are.
And so, really good.
And really good. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It didn't take, what, 5 minutes?
Not very long, no.
To make these. And so I've got them all ready to go. Look how many gnocchi that this makes. And so I've already made my homemade sauce. You can find that recipe. Erin will put the link in there. And so now we're going to turn around. This will make really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8, 6 to 8, depending upon how big an eater you are. Your family is 6 to 8, really nice size servings. It would probably be, 6 servings in a restaurant. And a tub of ricotta, costs anywhere from $3 to $5, depending upon if you buy store brand or a Italian brand. 1 1/4 cups of flour, 2 eggs, salt, pepper.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. So anyway, very affordable meal. We need affordable meals this day and age, right? So we're going to turn around to our boiling water and we'll be right back. Okay, we turned around. I've got my plate of gnocchi here. We just drop them in. I'm going to turn my heat down just a little. We want it simmering. And see, they drop to the bottom. And when they float to the top, they're just about done. This is so, so easy. Little tiny baby one.
Little pillows.
And I try and go opposite sides so they don't all stick together. Just like this. So I'm doing like 2 servings here. And if you want to make, dinner for several nights, you can just store the dough covered airtight container in your refrigerator and then just make them fresh because they really don't take very long to roll and make like you're playing with Play-Doh. There, that's just 1 plate. And so you can see how affordable this meal is. And like I said, I've already got my homemade sauce over here.
Just gonna zoom in on it just a little bit. So all they pop, there you go.
Look at there, starting to come up.
They're popping up. There's another one. I just zoomed in so you can watch them pop up a little bit. And another one.
Here they come. Oh, see our little gnocchi pillows? I'm gonna get my husband's serving bowl.
He loves gnocchi.
Yes, he does. They're so easy, so fast, and you can serve them. You can remove them, strain all the water off, and then you can put them back in a pan with hot butter and brown them and serve them just like that with some grated Parmesan or Parmesan-Reggiano, whatever your favorite is, Romano, whatever your favorite cheese is. You can serve them with a jar of your favorite pasta sauce. That'll make it super fast and simple. You can do it with homemade pasta sauce like I've got over here. This is my spaghetti sauce. I make a big pot of it and then
put a link in it for it if I have room for it.
And mine has Italian sausage and ground beef, and you can put veal in, you can put lamb in, whatever your family likes. And then I've got tomatoes and oregano. Mexican oregano is my favorite. Oregano and basil from my garden. I put it in my freeze dryer and just put it in jars, vacuum seal them.
Getting ready to start doing that again.
I know it. Okay. We're getting wonderful weather here. It's only the 1st of March.
Got to
We're
sit
having
out
wonderful.
in the sun for a little bit before the sun went down.
Yeah,
so.
we got a little sunburn this weekend in the end of February.
Officially March.
Okay, so there we go. So I've got my little strainer, just like this, and I just kind of tap the water off, put them into a serving bowl. This would be perfect size for my husband. He's been working today. I don't know if he can eat all
He's been
those.
going.
I might take some of those out of there. I don't want to make him not feel good. He's worked so hard this weekend. And so then I've got my
I was on the bowl.
pasta sauce. Mr. Jano's kitchen, I know, is over there awaiting this meal. I started the spaghetti sauce this morning, and I had the windows open today, and he kept saying, "Oh my gosh, your sauce smells so good," and it really truly does.
It's his
Now
favorite.
we're gonna come back. I'm gonna get my OXO grater and put some fresh grated parm right on top, just like that. Thank you for stopping by Jana's Kitchen. I appreciate you, and have a wonderful day.